Hello and welcome to my Christmas newsletter for 2015. Usually at about this time you would be getting a 2-page text document, not very nice, photos, tells you about the things that have been going on in our lives over the last 12 months. But this year I'm going audio visual. I think that's the correct term. So this, in fact, is my 2015 newsletter. Hope you like it. Try not to make it too long. Didn't do a lot of travelling this year. March 2015 was the first time I went away, and that was over to Perth to see a couple of old friends of mine. Known them for a long time, almost 60 years. Margie, wife, was turning 70, and I wanted to be at her party, so I was there, did a few songs, had a few drinks, told a few lies. Really impressed their family, I'm sure. Yeah, well, yes, I'll leave that one to you. But anyway, we had a lovely time. They are a lovely family. In fact, everything about over in Perth, is great, except for the husband. Now, I've known him, I've put up with him for 50 odd years, so I guess I can put up with him for a bit more, but I am trying to convert him. So Graham, I know you're on the slippery slide down into becoming, slippery slide up, rather, into becoming a Queenslander, and I think you'll then be a good guy. Lovely to see them, and thanks for your hospitality. While I was over there, we were talking about someone else that we had known for, and hadn't seen for about 55 years, mate Brendan Handley. We found out that he was located, he used to be a muso, and unsurprisingly he was in Nimbin, the supposed drug capital of Australia. I contacted him when I got back in April, and eventually went down to see him, and it was terrific. I'm glad I did. It was a great reunion, a little unusual. The Nimbin people are perhaps a little different, but it was good to see Brendan. I'll put a few photos on here so you can have a look at Brendan Nimbin and determine for yourself that he is a Nimbin personality. In May, I had a visit from Julie's brother Kev and his lovely wife Kim. They're terrific people. They stayed with me for a week as a prelude to their round Queensland trip, I think, which went for about 3 months. What's the grey nomads, I think they've become. Lovely to have them with me. Also in May, now this is very significant. I have to see if I can hold this up. See if you can work out what this is. Now put that one over that side. I guess I put the other one over the other side. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Brilliant. Yes, they are holes-in-one trophies. And incredibly, I scored 2 of them, playing on a Wednesday at Royal Redcliffe. Knocked in one hole-in-one, turned up on the following Friday, knocked in another hole-in-one. Unbelievable. I'm told the odds are astronomical. In June, on June the 20th actually, was the 18th anniversary of my retirement. I haven't missed work at all. In fact, I've got no time for work. I spend too much time at golf. But it's been wonderful. Life has been good. In July, on the 17th, that's the 6th anniversary of our lovely Jules not being with us anymore, and there isn't a day goes by that we don't miss her. Oh, I've got to backtrack a little bit. In March, after I came back from West Australia, I went up to Ayr to see my sister, Beth. It was her 75th birthday, so I had a little time up there with her and a little bit of a celebration, which was good, because in August, unfortunately, Beth died. She had not had good health for quite a while, and in some ways it was a little bit of a relief, but it's never happy to lose. It's part of life, but it's never happy to lose someone you love. In September, all my tribe, all 16 of us, went up to Fitzroy Island, which is off Cairns, about an hour off Cairns. A lovely, tropic, idyllic paradise. We had beautiful weather. Our accommodation was wonderful. Food was good. The company, of course, was brilliant. It was great, great being with all the kids, all the 9 grandkids, and just seeing them doing things was wonderful, and helps me to sort of keep a spring in my step. It was lovely being up there. But even what put icing on the cake for that was that Neil, my son, and I may not have told you this before, but Neil has been keeping company with a lady for, I don't know whether that's the right term, there's probably some, what do you call it, politically correct term, but anyway, he's been with Ange now for 2 years, and she is a lovely lady, and the difference in Neil is what does a parent's heart real good to see how much she means to him. It's lovely. But anyway, while we were up there on Fitzroy Island, there's a happy hour, 4:30 in the afternoon. He's walking along the beach. I didn't know this. He's a real romantic, Neil. He's walking along the beach to the happy hour, sunset in the background, birds chirping, his 2 kids, Laura and Jazz, walking in front of them, and he stops and he proposes on the beach to Ange. She didn't know it was coming. The kids didn't know it was coming. None of us knew. Nobody else knew. It was only Neil. And Ange, of course, arrived at a happy hour, highly excited, which then, of course, made everyone else highly excited. And it was a wonderful time. Don't know yet wedding date or location, but doubtless one way or another we'll pass it on to you. So that was September. Great month. That was all the travelling that I did this year. A couple of other highlight things of the year for us. I've now got 3 grandkids, Laura, Jared and Mitch, who are all drivers and who all have their own car. In fact, Mitch came round the other night, picked me up, took me out, went to dinner, had a few drinks. I did, he didn't. I had a few drinks, and he brought me home. He said, I'll look after you, Pop. How about that? 5 of the grandkids are workers now, so they have their own income, so I know where I can go when I need something. 2 of them are at uni, Jared and Mitch, and Laura just completed year 12 this year. She'll be off to uni next year. We've had 3 of the boys playing footy during the year, Mitch, Connor and Ryan. Unfortunately, Ryan had a very severe concussion in the second last game and had to withdraw for the rest of the season, and next year is yet to be determined. Gracie and Chelsea, cheerleader fantastics, and Gracie won a national championships which entitled her to go to the United States again, as she did last year for the World Championships, but she's decided that she would rather spend the time, and it's 3 days a week rehearsal plus a day on the weekend. She decided that she'd rather spend the time staying over with friends and having them stay over and go shopping and do the social thing. So good for her. Ellie and Sophie also are dancers extraordinaire. It's lovely to see them, and it's lovely to watch them moving around the place. I think dancing, if I'm talking with anyone who's got young girls, encourage them to dance. It just makes such a difference to their poise, their confidence, their movement. So, good stuff. That's about all I wanted to hold you with, just bring you up to date. I hope you have had a good 2015, but I hope 2016 is better for you. And we'll catch you around somewhere. Love to all. Bye.